All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the U18 Call of Duty League. It's your boy Uper here with Big Rich X. So we're coming at you guys really quick. Kaos U18 versus Project Above U18. Hopping into the skillet here pretty quick. Oh, we're starting off hot. Bickle from Kaos getting a triple right on this P1, and so oh, they're switched. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, but no. There we go. Bickle from Project Above rather going ahead and getting her done. So. But yeah, Rich, how you feeling?
I am feeling fantastic. I really cannot complain as we get this matchup underway. Corona with a solid two-piece as a solid P1 control under Project Above's belt thus far as they try to get set up for P2. Looks like Kaos has the advantage, I believe. But again, with the mix-up and the switches, I might have been just a little confused. Bickle gets another nice little two-piece. Project Above getting set up exceptionally well on P2 as well.
Yeah, no, Project Above right now is doing the thing right. I mean, obviously that P1 everybody kind of forgets about. They're more concerned about that P2, and right now it looks like here Project Above they're going to be in that P2 location with a couple members looking over that ticket area. So right now, if you're Project Above, you're draining hills pretty decently. So right now, Underworld holding it down. So Kaos got to get in that hill, but I think it might be in their best interest to go ahead and get to that P3 as soon as possible. Try to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, they have one last chance here, but Underworld gonna shut it all down. They have that lichen blood flowing through their veins and are locked in as Project Above just absolutely annihilates this Kaos squad. I mean, an 0-5 for Ruzi. Risk at 6-5 is the only one positive for Kaos, as the rest of Project Above continues to fry. Homicide is having a bit of a tough game, but Underworld on a 9 streak, ladies and gentlemen, is picking up the slack and then some. As Kaos finally start grabbing some points on this P3, we'll see if they can maintain as Underworld hits the perfect 10.
Yeah, I mean, right now Chaos has a huge hill to climb currently, down 60 points. They're trying their best to get things done, and luckily kills do go their way, so they're able to at least stop the bleeding for a little bit, put a little bit of a Band-Aid on there, or an ace bandage, depending on where you grew up. But in any case, I mean, going down for that P4, Bickle, he's going to be able to get a kill with that Renetti, and right now it looks like Project Above are going to try to get this barbershop under control, so... Chaos trying to stop the bleeding as best they can, and they're at least doing a somewhat decent job at that right now.
Yeah, they were able to maintain control of that P3 for pretty much the entirety of it. I believe they got, solid 50-plus points on that. They were down 87-6, but Homicide and Huncho, the HH connection, absolutely cooking in the barbershop right now. This Project Above continues to expand upon their lead. Chaos, though, is keeping this one relatively close as they try to get back in this.
No, absolutely, and it's all about rotations and points, obviously, slaying capacity is really important, but at the same time, you could be doing 12-2 like what Underworld's doing, but you could still potentially lose if you don't get your, get your points. So, but right now, Ruizi from Chaos, he's going to get into this objective here. Currently starting off 4-8, going into that P5 here in a little bit, but he's still on a 3 streak, and he's, getting some crucial points for his squad. So right now it's going to be the mad dash to that P5 that is oh so critical. It's basically the money hill of this map outside of P2. So, and it looks like Chaos is actually going to be in that hill. So if they're able to hold on to it, we might have a potential lead change.
Yeah, it should prove to be interesting. They're set up exceptionally well, utilizing this P2 as cover and a solid firing point. It gives you so much information on this rotation to P5. You kind of have to get set up in the P2 to take the P5. Corona on a nice 2 streak. Bickle trying to get through the garage, grabbing 1. But again, that high ground provides such an advantage for Chaos as they try to lock in on this P5. And what we initially saw about a 70-plus point differential is now just 13 as Chaos crack into triple digits. AGF popping off nice little 2 streak, and it is all Project Above falling down. Chaos absolutely dominating on this P5, and just like you said, a solid lead change as Chaos somehow, some way has taken the lead here.
Yeah, no, absolutely. All black in the feed right now for Chaos. I mean, obviously everything's switched, but yeah, I mean, literally everything. Underworld for the first kill from Project Above there for multiple kills. Homicide kind of coming in here, and yeah, right now Chaos, they're holding on. They've been training hills, and they're doing what they need to. They may be getting slayed out right now, but obviously get a couple of good hills, they're back of the game and then some. So Chaos not down yet, still trying to have a little bit of scrappiness in them. And then obviously the mad dash here pretty quickly is going to be going to that P2. And it looks like number 1 Corona from Chaos is actually going to be in that P2. But a couple members of Project Above coming into that alleyway of death with one of them getting taken down. So beautiful job by Chaos so far. Can't complain if you're them.
No, absolutely not. Especially Ruzi, who started 0 for 5 and is now 10 for 11. This Chaos squad has woken up in the latter half of this matchup as it's pretty much neck and neck. Project Above, though, now find themselves trying to play catch-up. They have a slight lead, but Corona has the advantage on this P2 point. And again, kill feed lighting up in favor of Chaos. AGF and company all grabbing streaks. Not looking too good for Project Above right now, if you ask me, Uper.
No, absolutely. I mean, you have a 3-man push coming in from, that garage area. You have Corona, who's pretty much the main man on P2. So as long as he doesn't get sniped, by a MCW or something, they should have this hill. But yeah, if you're Project Above right now, you are in panic mode because you are up almost 100 points during the first set of rotations. Now you're going to P2, P3, and it's just like, holy mackerel, what went wrong? And so, like I said, they're kind of hitting that panic button if you're Project Above.
Yeah, I would be a little panicked, but they have a solid lock on P3, it looks like. But again, AGF just causing all sorts of problems, not as solid as a hold as we may have thought, but nonetheless, they are on the point, have a chance to break even here if they can maintain control. It's going to be tough with Project Above beginning to swarm. Homicide Underworld grabbing kills, AGF continuously being a thorn in the side of Chaos. Risk going down, AGF contesting, has just got to hold, gets that trophy system down just in the nick of time, and here comes the wave from Project Above, and it's not enough. They continue to hold. Corona continues to contest, tries to get in there for Chaos, but can't do it. Risk is still there, of course, but Huncho with a solid two-piece to break out. Project Above trying to get back in this one. They should be able to bring it close if they can maintain control for the rest of it, and it looks like they will be able to secure all that scrap, Uper.
Yeah, no, and that scrap time is going to be absolutely critical. I mean, right now, Bickle is trying to make an impression over on that P4, but you may get the scrap time on P3, but you do have 3 members of Chaos that are currently on that barbershop, and so you're within a couple of points, but I just want to point out a fun fact is that in the last set of rotations before P5, Underworld was 12-2, and now he's 17-14. So he's only gone up 5 lives, but 12 deaths. So Chaos's guns were a little bit late on the draw there in terms of getting hot, but when they got hot, it made a huge difference. And so right now, it is almost neck and neck. Now, granted, nobody can win here, but if you break 200 and you're going into that P5 money hill, it is anybody's ball game. So this is a great hold by Project Above, though. Absolutely critical if they want to try to win this map 1.
Yeah, this is going to be an incredibly difficult P5, I think, when they begin this rotation. Luckily, Project Above getting a lot of scrap time on this barbershop hill. But again, this P5 in favor of Chaos, and they locked it down last time around, so we'll see if they can do that here. Corona back in the sniper's nest, but Bickle taking him down. Ooh, that was a beautiful shot from Bickle as they begin their rotation, and all alone on P5's number 4 Risk. You got AGF on the outside, but it's not looking too good.
No, AGF gets a 2. Yeah, Risk and AGF, they get a double a little there. Ruizzi getting a 3rd. 1 man standing left. That is going to be, I can't see what the little numbers. Yeah, nobody's there. But Chaos is doing absolutely fantastic. I mean, if they get a full hold here, they should be. Oh, actually, yeah. As long as they don't give up any kind of time, they are going to be winning. 15 seconds left on the clock, though, is all they need in order to win this map 1. 10 seconds remaining. Huncho trying to be the man with the plan. AGF is there with the contest. Oh, he gets taken down. 3 seconds left is all Chaos needed, but they weren't able to get it done. Oh, take it back. Let's see if they got it.
Ruizzi.
Oh,
there it is. Ruizzi, what an absolute comeback. Started 0 for 5, just was getting absolutely wiped. And somehow, some way, Chaos walk away with the win. Again, a little flippity-flop on the scoreboard, ladies and gentlemen. Ruizzi, with the 23 for 20 finish, does go positive and secures the W with a clutch 1v1 kill with that Renetti on the P5. A solid game from both squads. 250 to 224, your final score. But that is a W for Chaos to get this thing started.
No, absolutely.
Wonderful.
Absolutely. And here's the thing, too, is that, obviously one of the biggest things about competitive Call of Duty is, one of the biggest things about Call of Duty competitive is keeping that mental state and having that ice in your veins. And right now, if I was Project Above, I'd be shocked a little bit, man. Like going to this search and destroy, hopefully they're able to keep the composure. But when you're up almost 100 points at one point during that map 1 and you end up losing by less than 30, that's definitely a little bit of a mental blow, if you ask me. But beautiful job by Chaos coming back from the jaws of defeat and clutching victory there, if you want to be fancy with the terminology.
Yeah, just a little too fancy for my blood, a little too rich, pun fully intended. But as we get my camera fixed, ladies and gentlemen, it was a solid start for Chaos, who were able to bounce back. like we were saying earlier, down by 80, 90, however many points. There was a significant deficit at the start of this matchup, but they won their rotations. They were able to keep things going, keep that mentality, and we saw them, really, really start to pick up on the P2 and P5 when they played to their strengths and they played to the map, which I respect immensely. As yes, we got the camera fixed, we are all set and situated. I
There
hope.
You go.
And can avoid any other technical difficulties, but knowing me and my lack of knowledge with PCs, it's bound to happen at some point. Search and Destroy up next. Exactly. I ain't gonna hit nobody though. I'm a digital image. I can't hit anything. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we got Search and Destroy Invasion up next. Search and Destroy is my bread, my butter, my sugar, my cream, my everything when it comes to casting. And I can't wait to cast it with you, Uper. We will be right back. We'll see you real soon, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome back, everybody, to the U18 Call of Duty League. So we are going to be jumping into this map 2, Chaos versus Project Above on Invasion, Search and Destroy. Rich, how you feeling?
I'm feeling fantastic, Uper. Just still getting the electrolytes in my body, trying to wake up. I had a somewhat long evening last night as AGF gets things kicked off for Chaos with a beautiful shot on that Bravo alleyway side. Huncho able to even things up as it's a 3-3, but a bit of a slow start for Project Above. See if they can bounce back, but AGF gonna shut the door on them. Bickle and Huncho in a tough spot now in a 2v3 as we get this round 1 underway.
Yeah, Bickle responds with getting it all tied up 2-2, but then Ruizzi on the side of Chaos, he's able to pinch off, I can't tell what the name, I think that was Bickle. Yeah, Huncho's last man standing with the bomb, so kind of getting pinched in a way. I mean, he gets flanked from both sides, so Chaos with a very, not necessarily quick round 1, but definitely decisive, because they pinched Huncho there, and unfortunately you can't really do much when you're in a rock and a hard place, so beautiful job there by Chaos.
Yeah, unless your name is Dwayne Johnson, of course, as we get this thing underway for round 2. We'll see if Project Above can bounce back. Chaos has just looked nigh unbeatable after their comeback in the hard point. AGF with a solid 3-0 start and looking to add more to it. When you get a solid start like that, it just allows for potential cruise missile play to come in so much earlier. Typically, you see those in the later rounds, but to get a cruise missile in potentially round 2 or 3, it can really set the tone and just give your teammates a little bit of breathing room. And it's just so critical for map information as well, especially with Search and Destroy, where everything is so much slower paced and you have to take your time. And Homicide just absolutely got blindsided by AGF, bamboozled beyond belief. I don't know how that happened, as AGF is now on the 5 streak. The scoreboard is still broken, but Homicide was just looked like a deer in the headlights right there, Uper.
Yeah, I think he kind of fell asleep at the wheel a little bit there, but AGF, unfortunately, not able to get the pocket rocket, aka the cruise missile, gets taken down on that 5 streak. So, yeah, I mean, AGF completely bamboozled the homicide there. Yeah, no, pocket rockets for
I have
days, baby.
never heard the Tomahawk cruise missile referred to as a pocket rocket. That sounds like a kid's candy or some type of other.
That's
I
the
can't
fun
get
part.
into it because I'd start saying I'm going to go into a rant, but I'll hop off my soapbox as Huncho is left in a 3v1. AGF goes down. I don't know if they got that cruise missile or not. Huncho grabbing one. It's a 1v2, but with just 6 seconds left, not going to be able to get that defuse in time. Might go down to the bomb here. He's got to be careful. Able to pick up one, but it's not enough. Able to stop a few streaks, I suppose, or just, hit some momentum blocks. But again, 2-0, you're down 2-0. Maybe focus on the objective a bit more instead of going for kills. I don't know. I'm not the player. I'm just the caster, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely, yeah. And right now, Kaos is looking pretty unstoppable. I mean, obviously they're riding the high of that map 1. So, with that major comeback. And like I was saying before, Project Above just has to be careful to not lose their composure because, definitely it seems like they're one of the favorite teams coming in, having a lot of successes, and right now they're just kind of biting their bullets at the moment because they don't really know, that composure loss. It makes a huge difference. And right now, though, Huncho's got the bomb for Project Above. Everybody's kind of waiting to get those picks. Oh, it looks like some stuff's going to go down over at DBD. AGF gets a kill. Huncho falls, bomb carriers. So right now, everybody's kind of bunched up in the DVD center. So right now, it looks like it's going to be a, Mexican standoff rather, not Texas. We're doing good out here.
I think you can just have a standoff just about anywhere. Doesn't
Really?
necessarily matter location. As we get this round 3 underway, I get Kaos grab the first blood. And Project Above just seems lost on the attack. They're not making any decisive moves. Homicide just gets caught out with a slow rotation in mid, and AGF is just picking them off like they're flies, and he's Mr. Miyagi. It's ridiculous. AGF just absolutely cooking right now. And looking for this last player, Underworld, about to get hit with the wooden stake and just can't survive. Trying to stay up and just going down. This is a absolute slaughter that Kaos is taken to Project Above. Project Above being taken down out of the skies. This is a no-fly zone. The Renetti, just a quick ADS, didn't stand a chance. There's a 2 burst right to the dome piece, Yoop.
Yeah, no, this is definitely Project Above is chalked at the moment, and if they want a chance to try to force a map 4, they definitely got to pump the brakes and figure out a game plan moving forward. I mean, if Kaos wins this round, it is going to be a very sketchy situation for Project Above. I mean, AGF currently 8-1. Man's got the gunny hot and locked and loaded to try to get himself and another opportunity to get a cruise missile, aka a pocket rocket.
I'm still uncomfortable with that. No. I say no. It's not in your pocket. It comes from the sky. Underworld grabs a first blood, but I don't think it'll be enough for Project Above. As you see, the aggressive attack from Kaos pays off. They're able to get to the objective. They're able to get set up. Project Above just struggled in their spawn and couldn't seem to find a way to get past broken apartments. And we see how Kaos takes advantage of their kills and gets up there. Homicide grabbing one. They may make me eat my words right here. They have the numbers game. Let's see if they can take advantage of it, Youper.
Yeah, as long as Homicide and crew don't fall asleep at the wheel, I mean, obviously it's a 3v2 retake, so Underworld catches Corona. Risk still alive, however, he gets hunted down, and so Project Above, no donuts today. So right now they're doing a pretty good job of at least trying to stop the bleeding. They're able to at least get the Band-Aid on. So, right now if you're Project Above, either this is going to be the beginning of multiple round wins back-to-back, or maybe Kaos might be able to, slide away with this one. Only time will tell. But AGF, unfortunately, second time in a row, gets denied the cruise missile. But he's still having a phenomenal game, though. Currently 8-2, dropping a quadruple or 4 KD, however you want to call it. Be fancy if you want.
We shall see. Again, that's a Band-Aid, but it's on the carotid artery, and it's not going to hold for long. It's a 3-1 deficit you have to overcome. Bit of an aggressive push on Alpha. AGF going down. Corona grabs the first blood. Corona grabbing 2, and they're popping beers like they're on the beach. My goodness. Underworld takes down Risk, so it's a 2v2 situation. Corona getting aggressive, wants the 3-piece, slipping and sliding through the bus station, takes him down with the Renetti. Finally swaps back to the MCW, but you got to reload that son of a gun. Corona looking for the ace, gets caught out. 85 HP, trying to stay up, drops the trophy system. Needs that regen to kick in. It finally does, but gets peeked at the last second. And Huncho in a 1v1 situation. Huncho! Oh, Project Above making me eat my words and making me sound as useful as a soup sandwich right now. That is just a beautiful job from Huncho right there, Uper.
Yeah, no, I mean, he got tagged up with that stun, but he was able to play his life and get the kill he needed to get while the regen was going on. So he was able to catch the other member of Kaos off guard. So, I mean, like I said, Project Above looks like they're starting to get their momentum back a little bit. AGF trying to get his momentum back as well. Looks like he's kind of pretty much taken on the role as the main slayer for Kaos. So, looks like it's going to be a B push, though. So, we're going to see how this goes. Normally, B's a little bit of a chaotic mess. Looks like here, though, that Homicide, he gets a kill. So, yeah, that black text is so hard to see. But AGF gets taken down again. So, 4v2. Ruizzi's got the bomb. Seeing what he can do here with Risk on the side of Kaos. Project Above looking to get 3-3 for the round count.
Yeah, we'll see if they're able to tie things up. I mainly try to utilize the scoreboard if it's having difficulty seeing the kill feed. Just a little insider tip for you, Uper, in case you are struggling, or compare the numbers on the mini map as well. There's multitudes of ways to see the names, ladies and gentlemen. If you're having trouble, you must adapt. That is all. As Ruizzi and Risk in a 2v4 situation, uncharacteristically, Kaos again. It's very similar to the hard point, but we've flipped the tables as Project Above now seeming like the more dominant squad. And you can see just how quickly the momentum shifts in a search and destroy. Risk with a nice drop shot on Bickle. It's a 1v2, 10 seconds left on the clock. Not going to be able to get that bomb and plant it in time, sadly. Looking for something, trying to find these last 2 players potentially, but the clock's going to run out, and Project Above is going to tie things up in a pretty little bow.
Yeah, no, that was a good job right there by Project Above. Obviously, it's really tempting if you do have the man advantage to go and hunt down for the kill, but at the same time, it could really backfire on you. So, Project Above, the players left alive, just hiding in their little hidey holes until the timer runs out. So, good job. But I mean, hey, like what you mentioned before, though, that momentum change, and it really is showing here where right now Kaos has kind of got their back on the wall. So, they're either just going to lie there and take it and end up losing the map, or they're going to try to make a comeback of their own right here.
Time will tell. This is the real decider. This is a flip round, as we like to say in the biz, that'll just really decide the rest of the matchup. And Kaos waking up after being in a deep slumber. Bickle slipping and sliding up and around, trying to stay up, but Corona comes in for the melee as Underworld is left all alone once again. We'll see if they are somehow able to manage a 1v3 situation. And I've seen it done only a few times before, but anything can happen any given Saturday. At least that's how the saying goes. As Underworld begins their rotation towards Alpha, Kaos just has to sit and wait. I imagine they have eyes on Bomb and are just waiting for Underworld to rotate.
Yeah, definitely you're just kind of lying and waiting to see what Underworld does. And right now, I mean, obviously 28 seconds. I think it's 5 seconds to plant Bomb, and Bomb is all the way across the map. So, no streak, like Underworld doesn't have any streaks going on. So, he's pretty much just going to try to bide his time, do something. But he's going to get some shots on target, and that's going to be number 7, Ruizzi. But he runs away to try to go to Alley. But at this point, you're not going to be able to get bombed down. All 3 members of Kaos that are left standing are around that bomb and guarding it with their life. But Underworld does pick up a kill before the round ends. So, but Kaos, the lead change now goes to Kaos. Well, I mean, not really lead change. I guess they just kind of, took it back. But either way, 2 more rounds, and they're going to be up 2-0 in this series. So, beautiful job there by the boys in purple.
Yeah, sorry to say it, ladies and gentlemen, that the scoreboard is still unfortunately broken in the Codcaster settings, so you're not seeing, up-to-date KDs, but we will do our best towards the end of the matchup with the after-action report to make sure stats are properly tracked. Corona with the opening kill. I believe they were trying to throw the nade back. Homicide taking it as Huncho here holds on Excavator. Nasty little head glitch.
Yeah, no, definitely. Huncho gets a kill, kind of pinned over by that bulldozer, but gets taken down. Ruizzi with bomb. Underworld getting Corona. Right now it's a 2v2, Ruizzi and Risk versus Bickle and Underworld. Underworld. Yep, there we go. It looks like number 2, that's Underworld. He's going to be playing in that back vending, whereas number 4, Bickle, he's going to be going for that alley, so... Unfortunately, Kaos kind of in a little bit of a rock and a hard place. Risk is trying to cover his buddy as best as he can, but, whoever gets that opening kill is going to make a huge difference.
Yeah, no, and it's Ruizzi to grab it. I think Kaos has the advantage. Project Above is just worried about the plant, and they have the much easier time of cover. I believe just that Excavator and that back corner provide a lot of line of sight and plenty of cover to back away into and around. They also got trophy systems up, so Underworld can't be throwing anything there. They don't have their nade anyways. They have a stun that they might be able to sneak in on Risk, but they're going to have to take a risk once they push in on this one. Shots coming in. We get on tank. Risk bobbing and weaving, creeping around. Underworld with the headshot. It's a 1v1. 13 seconds left on the clock. The aggressive push from Underworld with the Renetti. It's ring around the Rosie. Underworld's going to do it. Can Underworld get it? Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. No, they had it. They would have had it, I thought. Oh no.
Yeah, no,
I thought they had time.
He was on that distraction game. It was 0.5 seconds. He got to the bomb at 7 seconds, and you need 7.5. So Ruizzi with that cat and mouse little dance game over by that bulldozer. It made it costed him the round if you're Project Above. So you got the kills, and Underworld is on a 4 streak, but unfortunately lose the round. And now Kaos sniffing that victory, just 1 round away in order to get to that 0-2. If you are Project Above. So right now, this is a huge round for the Project Above squad. Underworld getting his 5th kill. 1 more, and he gets himself a cruise missile. So, yeah, Project Above right now, they're going for it.
Yeah, AGF able to get the trade out. Trying to stay up here. Seems to be a push towards Alpha. Corona spots 1, spots another. They get on bomb, but Corona is there trying to find him. Bickle protecting in Hotel. Corona pushes up and quickly traded out by Underworld, who does secure that cruise missile, but will it be enough? Bickle dropped to 66 HP, getting slid up on Ruizzi with the Riz, taking him down. Underworld, a one-person wrecking crew as Ruizzi goes for the defuse. Almost got it, but Underworld sneaks it away from him. It's a 1v1, and Underworld on the 7 streak. Looking for the 8, and would this be a back-to-back ace? I'm going to have to check the VOD. Doesn't see him in the smoke, but is able to get the turn and burn in Underworld. Looking like the Lycans themselves, just absolutely eviscerating Kaos like they're vampires, and they will not take it anymore. Underworld sitting at 12-4 right now with a, I want to say back-to-back ace. I'm going to have to check the VOD, but that was... just incredible from Underworld right there, ladies and gentlemen. Just incredible.
Yeah, Underworld's currently doing his own version of an Atlas impression, carrying his team on his back right now. Man's on an 8 streak. I think it says 12-4. Yeah, so still, though, a little bit of a deficit. 2 more rounds are needed for Project Above to win this map, too. So Kaos, obviously, they got to finish.
We'll see if they can... mount the comeback and make it true, make it real, make us believe at home that they can do this. Homicide grabbing the first, but Ruizzi is there for the trade again, going for this B push. Huncho holding on the Excavator. To see number 4 Bickle holding on the outside with Underworld in the back by Palace protecting the flank. Risk here, rotating up. Bit of a stall from Kaos. They got to be careful. 45 seconds left on the clock. As you see, again, Project Above remaining calm, cool, and collected. A bit spread out, if you ask me, but they have good map control thus far, and that can get eyes on both objectives quickly. As Bickle gonna eat that stun. That's good info for Kaos. Where is he taking down Underworld? The streaks are over. Bickle almost getting caught out, but is able to rotate to Dark Alleyway as Kaos able to rotate into Alpha. 3v2, though. Huncho and Bickle going to have to go absolutely massive to get the W here somehow, some way.
Yeah, no, and definitely right now, yeah, it's not looking pretty.
Nope, Corona sneaking up. All good. Corona and Ruizzi finish it off. Kaos with the W, ladies and gentlemen, and a solid game from both squads. If I had to give MVP to somebody, I'd really want to give it to Underworld, but sadly the team fell. A valiant effort. AGF for the opening 3-0, really handing it to Kaos, but it's Ruizzi finishing 10 for 5, but I believe the KDs are still a bit askew. Underworld, though, a valiant effort. Truly an incredible job from Underworld and company as Uper's doing a little daddy business, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Family
Hopefully
comes
I didn't
first.
Moon you guys.
Don't you forget it. No, you're good. Family comes first, ladies and gentlemen. And if you you got a little stinky diaper to deal with, it's almost like defusing a bomb itself. Uper playing Search and Destroy in real life. Luckily, the objective isn't too hard to find. Luckily, it's hopefully tossed away and sorted now. Either way, just an incredible game from both these squads, Uper.
Oh, no, absolutely. I mean, really, when it came down to it, Project Above, they were getting pretty close, it's just one of those things where, unfortunately, it wasn't enough, but, I mean, they did get pretty close. So the biggest thing is going to be this Karachi control. And guess what, folks? If we do go to a map 5, we got ourselves a triple header. So we're going to be living in Karachi for the next 3 nights if it does go the distance. So
it should be a fun matchup on control. What's going to be pivotal is that Bravo point, and players trying to avoid that death alleyway. We've seen time and time again when the going gets tough, when the clock starts to tick down, the attacking squad is just throwing bodies through that alleyway, and it usually doesn't go in their favor. I understand trying to get to the objective as soon as possible, but rotate out and cause a little disruption in the defense. Because if you're just all going one way, it's gonna be like shooting fish in a barrel if you're all lined up in that death alleyway.
Yeah, that hop up there with that dumpster in that alley is an absolute bloodbath. And then also, too, not to mention the fact that because that B objective is tucked away in the bottom corner of the map, you only really have either the front or the back, and both ways are absolute just death traps. So if you get yourself dug into that B objective, it's almost as bad to retake as A on Invasion. So
yeah,
no matter what, defense is definitely going to be the name of the game for the control on Karachi. But, definitely based off of right now, I think Kaos got a pretty good chance of making this a 3-0 series. But obviously you saw some life from Project Above. I already forgot the name of the player that was going off.
Underworld,
yep. That shows I'm good with names, buddy. But yeah, no, Underworld was doing God's work, sending souls to heaven, getting on that H streak, and that really kind of brought some life back to his team, but unfortunately couldn't really capitalize. So I don't know. I think it's going to be a good control. Enough. It's going to be very crazy.
It definitely will be. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to make sure everything is set and situated at our end. So we're going to take a quick break, make sure that everything is going according to plan. We will be right back for your map number 3 between Kaos and Project Above. Don't go anywhere.
All right, everybody, welcome back. U18 COD League, map 3 between Project Above and Chaos. Project Above looking to complete the reverse sweep, and they got to start it on Karachi. We got ourselves a triple header, 3 nights in Karachi if we need to go to a map 5. But right now, this is the biggest map of the series so far. AGF, however, starting off with 2 kills on A. Looks like here they already got the A objective squared away, and so now it's going to be time to take on the bar of destruction. That's the B objective, and right now Chaos is doing a pretty good job in the killing department of getting things done. That's 3 down, actually, so might have a quick control here, folks.
Yeah, that is one of the fastest alpha captures I've ever seen, and to already be on Bravo with minimal resistance, only 4 lives down with 2 on, it's absolutely insane. I don't know if Project Above didn't get, their Honey Nut Cheerios in the morning, but this is just devastating if you lose a round of control with only 5 kills, which is about to happen.
Oh my lord.
Pretty bad. You only got 5 kills in a first round on defense. It is unacceptable. I'm sorry. That you cannot allow that to happen, especially down 2-0. That is just I don't mean to be rude, but I'm going to say how it is. It's embarrassing.
Absolutely.
I know it would happen to me because I'm not a pro player. I know it would happen to me. I'd get absolutely floored by all of these players. But my goodness, that was rough to watch, you.
Oh man, no. Project Above felt like how Europe felt in World War II, but yeah, definitely not looking pretty right now for Project Above. Getting absolutely
No, we can't go. You just dropping World War II references. This is U18. They don't know about history.
That's a good
They're on
point.
TikTok all the time. They ain't learning about the world yet.
That is a good point. But no, right now, it looks like Project Above, they're going to try to do their best to respond. I mean, right now, they got a couple of ticks, or I think that's maybe a half a tick. Yeah, I know they didn't get the first tick, but yeah, Project Above right now, they're just trying their best to recover from that absolutely embarrassing round 1. It's not really going the way that they wanted to, but however, lives are tied, so it can pretty much be anyone's game at the moment, but it looks like the objective is going to get captured. So now, yet again, B. But let's see if Chaos lets Project Above slip by them, or if they actually get themselves a pretty solid hold here on that B objective.
Yeah, well, let's see what happens. They're able to, again, grab that alpha objective relatively quickly. It's usually the Bravo site where players struggled, but again, Project Above making me eat my words and making Chaos look like the fools this time around, as they're able to get 2 players towards that Bravo objective with 1 on. I mean, what happened to the defense on Control? It used to be such a defense favorited mode, and this is the defense favorited map, and it just seems to be falling apart. We have a 4-stack coming towards the objective now, but again, it just feels like minimal resistance to get to this Bravo point, and Project Above was able to fly on through like it was nothing.
Yeah, no, and you still have 2 members of Project Above on there, but Ruizzi and Risk are able to go ahead and get them off with Homicide not too far behind. Does get a kill in that alley, gets taken down by Corona, though. So, I mean, a little bit of the recovery now from Chaos, trying to get themselves solidified again with a couple of members of Project Above contesting. But yeah, no, definitely at least this particular moment, it seems like it's all about offense more than defense, and right now, it looks like Chaos is just trying to play damage control, trying to secure this objective and get their, lines of sight going, but not really working out for the best of them. Project Above gets 1 tick of progress and working on the second, so the hop-up of death, though, isn't happening yet, which is good, but it looks like it's about to with Homicide getting a 2-piece, so whoa, craziness.
It might come down to lives on this, honestly. They're down to 9 apiece already. Bickle gets on there and gets that second progress bar. Bickle just absolutely cooking right now, slipping and sliding through the point. It's going to be able to hold this. Chaos has got to get on point. They do eventually, but they just line up, and Bickle knocks him down.
Holy mackerel.
Bickle is so darn fickle on the sticks. The fickle Bickle I want on a t-shirt right now with like an animated pickle on the screen on the shirt. Absolutely insane. He's Bickle Rick, literally the funniest thing I've ever seen.
There you go. Yeah, no, Bickle there. He went hard. He went dummy hard in the paint there for a second, and he was able to shut down the last potential push that Chaos had. So, let's see if Chaos responds. I mean, obviously the first round went very much in their favor, and so we're gonna see if like I said, this is just I'm dumbfounded. Like what you said, this seems like a defensive type of game mode, and unfortunately for these two teams at this time, it's just nothing but offense. So yeah, let's just see how Chaos does. But you do got a double stack onto A. Huncho's going to be able to get at least one of them off. Risk still staying on that A objective. Huncho just trying to be a thorn in the side of Chaos. And Underworld getting some kills alongside Huncho. And it looks like here Corona... Oh, wow. Corona responds with a two-piece. And it looks like A, again, is going to be captured, leaving Chaos 2 minutes and 15 seconds with only 2 lives down. So... yeah, this is nothing but offense, man. This is the craziest control I've honestly seen, where it's so offensive heavy.
Fairly crazy, but a solid defense right there from Project Above. But you see Corona able to stay up and maintain some form of control. Pun fully intended. Doesn't realize there's a player on their 6, and who else but Bickle to cause all sorts of problems and take him down as another push comes in from Chaos. Bickle just continues to hit these shots. I don't know what awokened in this Project Above squad, but they are finally fighting back on the defense side of things. They let that first one go a little too easily, but we'll see if they can, find some sense of composure on this round 3.
Yeah, I know, and right now it looks like they're holding their own just a little bit better than they did in that round 1. Underworld currently hanging out over by that A objective over in Burning Red. So yeah, right now Project Above, they're holding their lines pretty decently, but obviously with control and just like anything else in Call of Duty, things can get crazy really quick. So right now AGF trying to make a move on this defense that Project Above has set up. I don't know if he knows that there's a member of Project Above just kind of hanging out there, but looks like he's going to get the information. Good trigger discipline, though, by AGF. Oh, here we go, lining them up. That's a 2-piece right there. That's 2 down. 2 left standing, 1 over on B. So yeah, no, definitely AGF trying to make the plays, and it looks like it's going to pay off at least a little bit.
Yeah, hopefully so, as they have a slight lead in lives remaining, and it should be able to maintain decent control of this Bravo point. AGF and company unable to break through. Corona grabbing 1, but again, Homicide getting the better of him as Huncho and company pick up the slack, down to 9 lives now. Project Above has the advantage. You just got to be careful here. Here comes another push from Chaos. Huncho has a nice flank, grabbing 1 as Corona tries to stay up, but is just swarmed. Underworld taking him, but Ruizzi able to get a few more kills. Corona staying alive somehow, as it's just a back and forth on Bravo. They finally get on, but can they maintain control, Uper?
Yeah, no, I mean, that's 3 down if you are Project Above. Underworld on the deadly hop-up. But you got multiple. You got a 3 stack from Chaos. 2 members, or 1 member goes down. The other member, Corona, gets taken down. Ruizzi by himself just trying to hold on to that objective as long as he can. But Bickle, Huncho, and Homicide all have plans of their own. Oh, here we go. The contest comes in, though. 2v4, basically a little mini S&D. Unfortunately, doesn't go their way, and so Project Above go up another round and only need 1 more round win to secure this map 3.
Yeah, that was a valiant effort from Corona for Chaos, but Bickle and the rest, I mean, just performed exceptionally well. It's an absolutely night and day difference from the first defensive round, from the opening, where they were only able to get 5 kills, and now you just see they are absolutely slaying out on this Chaos squad. And Project Above just gotta, basically keep doing what you're doing. It's working out so far. Just, don't let it get to your head, and just keep your composure. That's what it's all about, especially against this Chaos squad. We'll see how they fare in this round 4, Uper.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And this is going to be the most critical round, in my opinion, because I have a bad feeling that if you are... No, don't go in there, buddy. Sorry, I'm chasing my kid. But yeah, no, if you're definitely Project Above, you can't let Chaos win this round, because I have a feeling that composure is going to go away, and that is the last thing you want. And you don't want to go down 3-0 in the series, you know what I mean? That's just kind of disrespectful in a way. So that's where, we're going to see if Project Above can close it up.
Yeah, there was a solid 3-piece over on that Alpha objective, a solid reset as well. Underworld holding on the outside. of this objective. Going to go down to Ruizzi, though, as Underworld holding up top, actually drops back in. Getting my players mixed up, ladies and gentlemen, as they try to hold on Alpha. Beautiful shots from down below as Risk goes down, trying to maintain this Alpha objective, and they do secure it. Only barely, though. Got to be careful. AGF is rotating up as they maintain a lead in lives. Project Above, again, something woke up in them. You see number 7 there, Homicide, able to get set up early on that Bravo rotation, causing just a bit of disruption and panic for Chaos. Might be the opening they need. But don't think it'll be enough as Chaos continues to be a menace to Project Above thus far.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, the position right now with Risk in particular, he's able to kind of see, you know, what's going on. If you get Underworld taken down from that top AC, you know, it's going to be a little, it can get a spawn trap really quick. So if you're Project Above, you want to get as many kills as you can, take them down quick, and then jump in that B objective, and then just try to force everybody in that back parking lot on that hop up, because that's what you want. You want to train them.
Definitely. Solid 3-piece from Ruizzi and Risk. The RR connection, like the railroad, ladies and gentlemen. They are railroading Project Above right now. 18-16 lives and are in firm control of this Bravo objective. And you see number 2 and number 3, Corona and Ruizzi, trying to just cause some disruption on their rotations. As Ruizzi going down, but again, it's just all about stalling that push, trying to take down a player or two, and preventing them from getting close and getting a concentrated team push onto objective. AGF just tunnel visioned down the alleyway, and luckily Risk was there to clean it up. But again, trades coming in. Who else but Underworld and Bickle have been the real standouts from this series thus far. As Underworld goes down, Bickle begins the rotation. AGF, again, tunnel visioning. You got to be aware of your surroundings, AGF. You can't be too tunnel visioned, as we're all even in lives at 12 apiece, with Project Above taking a slight lead.
Yeah, no, right now, definitely, if you're Chaos, it's getting a little too close for comfort. You know, like they're able to push him back just enough, but Bickle, man, the myth, the legend, saying, "I got you, boys." Bickle Rick. But yeah, no, he's going off right now.
It's over. That's the Death Alley. That's the Death Alley setup. Bickle. He's Bickle Rick. It's exactly like Pickle Rick taking down the rats in the sewers, ladies and gentlemen. It's a slaughter. And my goodness, Project Above with a honestly astounding 3-1 finish of this series. I mean, you see Chaos is a little upset. I think one of them left early. That is Corona, ladies and gentlemen. So again, not too happy after that one. So we'll see if Project Above can carry this momentum into the next hard point.
Don't mind me, guys.
Being a W dad, doing dad work, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, don't mind Jay. Yeah, thank you so much, Trig. I appreciate it. Yeah, no, you guys can see my whole apartment.
It's all good, ladies and gentlemen. It's all good. Sometimes you got a dad.
You got a dad sometimes. But no, what's really kind of cool about that map is that that's the first of 3, right? So if you're Project Above, your main goal right now, win that map 4. And like I said, we got a triple header, boys. So if this goes to a map 5, this is going to be a lot of fun on Karachi.
It should be a fun matchup either way. Again, Control going to Project Above. They stay alive in this series, at least for now. But we're going back to the hard point on Karachi, which is just a completely different animal, a lot faster pace. And you got to make sure you're winning those rotations. I think the pivotal money hill is that P3 in the cafe/coffee shop in the back of the map. It's it takes so long to rotate to, and is one of the easier ones to defend. It should prove to be interesting either way. I know the points have changed somewhat recently on Karachi. That P4 and P5 are just a bit more exposed than they once were. So we'll see how these teams fare in Karachi on the hard point this time as we take a quick break. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Youper is an amazing dad, so don't you dare blame Youper for nothing. He doing the Lord's work, taking care of his family right now. So don't you be criticizing or saying nothing, because I'm watching you, just like you're watching us while I watch you. We'll be right back.
is up, ladies and germs? Map 4, second night in Karachi. We got Project Above not dropping donuts this series. Got themselves at least one map win, and so now we're going to be hanging out on the hard point in Karachi, and we're going to see how things go. Currently, Project Above getting that first initial little wins there on P1. Huncho just living rent-free in the P1, so, but his buddies all around him are getting taken down. Corona going off there with the Renetti and then some, so yeah, this map, or this P1 rather, is going pretty swimmingly for both sides, but it's this P2 that can get pretty crazy, so let's see how Project Above does, because it looks like they're going to be living in that P2 straight up right now, so it's kind of a hard hill to retake.
Yeah, it should prove to be interesting. This P2 is, again, one of those money hills. Along with that P3, it's one of the easier to defend and provides a lot of avenues to attack as well. But, again, it's just a very faster-paced game mode as we try to keep up with these squads. Project Above going down and able to quickly just get right back on point. And who else but Bickle and Underworld? I don't know if Bickle has grabbed any kills yet, but Underworld at 4-3 going down right as I start heaping the praises. They get taken down, but it's Bickle with a solid 2-piece, able to stay up. Ruizzi with a 2-piece of their own as they get on point. Surprising, a lot of hill changes on this P2, Uper.
Yeah, it's been wishy-washy, you know, it's been flip-flopping every side, so right now it looks like the scrap time is going to go to Kaos, at least initially here, and as long as they hold that scrap time, you're going to have a pretty even score, but obviously if you look at the bottom left of your screen, that's going to be the mini-map you can see for this next hill. It's pretty much going to go either way. I mean, you have a couple members of Kaos and a couple members of Project Above, but it does look like the initial kills are going the side of the boys in purple. I take that back, Bickle. Bickle Rick just telling us, no, I got this, and holding it down at least until his buddies can get over there, and it looks like they do. So, yeah, I mean, this has been a very high-paced, like very fast-paced, high-kill around the hill kind of game for these guys on this hard point. So, unless somebody trains a couple of hills back-to-back, this is going to be a pretty even fight the whole way through.
Seems to be a solid lockdown on this P3, though, as Project Above maintains a slight lead of about 20 points. Underworld with a nice drop shot on the high ground. Again, I love the verticality of this map. It just, especially on that point, it provides just so much map information all at once. You're able to get call-outs, take some shots, maybe get a few kills if you are skilled enough. AGF and Corona clearing house, but who else but Bickle to take the high ground. Ruizzi taking him down right back. A 40-point differential right now as Project Above looks to soar and find a way to reverse sweep this Chaos squad, try to force a Game 5. They are making it interesting to say the least, Uper.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You know, and now right now Chaos is in a pretty good position to where, you know, they get some good time on this hill. They can respond right back. However, Underworld with the Kobe of a Semtex comes in and takes him down. Nobody's going to be in hill. However, you know, Corona is going to be able to take down Homicide, try to get some time on that hill. But yeah, right now it's it's really just kind of neck and neck if you really think about it, with a differential of less than 30. You know, it's really anybody's game, and about a 15-second hill time has not really gone to either side. They're just kind of killing each other around there. So looks like everybody's just going to refocus on the next hill.
Yeah, again, Chaos keeping this one close, about 20 points in difference between the two as we begin our rotations. On this P5, Project Above set up in the junkyard, looking to scrap like the junkyard dog. We'll see if they have the dog in them as Ruizzi begins to rotate early. Risk is there. AGF grabbing 2 is Homicide up top. Ruizzi taking him down, and that's a solid clear for Chaos as they just absolutely annihilate Project Above, but Underworld storming back with a solid 2-piece of their own, trying to rush in as Ruizzi holds, keeping this one close. Is about 8 points. Ruizzi absolutely cooking right now, trying to stay up, slipping and sliding around the points. Risk grabbing the credit for that kill, but a solid assist nonetheless.
Yeah, I know. I mean, this hill has been going pretty much crazy for these guys. Okay, hold on. Come here, bud. Yeah, I know, like, yeah, don't mind me, guys, multitasking. But yeah, I know, like, right now, Chaos, they're doing a really good job at this hill. I mean, now they've made the deficit only 3 points, so it could really pretty much go anybody's way. So now we got a new set of rotations. So right now, it looks like, I mean, like I said, it's anybody's game. And Project Above, they just want to force that map 5, so they got to go demon time, try to get that inner dog out and make it go crazy.
Uper, if you need to go take care of some family business, I got you for a few minutes. Don't you worry about it. As Corona and company try to stay alive in this series and are looking to take their first lead of this one, or excuse me, of this map, stay alive in this map. They are up in the series, ladies and gentlemen, 2-1. They're trying to put this one away as Project Above is the one trying to stay alive. Bickle here has the high ground, knows there's players underneath, grabbing one, trying to stay alive and rotate out. The Renetti in hand, Bickle, just an absolute menace on the point, able to be fickle as ever. They are indeed Bickle Rick, ladies and gentlemen. Project Above with a 10-point lead and climbing, should be able to take about a 20 or 30-point lead here if they can maintain control of the rest of this P1. Kaos set up on P2, though. They just got to be smart, win their gunfights, and play to their strengths. Corona here has the high ground, but Homicide was expecting the rotation. That's just beautiful comms from Project Above as they continue to rotate in, looking to get some more kills and pick off the defenders of this P2, but Risk staying up. Homicide and Bickle grabbing a 2-piece as they begin their rotation in. Kaos struggling a little bit on this P2, and just like that, Project Above has taken this P2, a solid push in. Can they maintain control? And it looks like they will. So 2v1 on the objective, but quickly it's Underworld and Bickle, an absolutely dynamic duo on points in these previous two maps. Risk trying to rotate in, but is going to wait for backup instead and gets caught out by Bickle, who's on the 4 streak. Absolutely dominant performance from Project Above, able to retake a P2 so easily is impressive if you ask this commentator, ladies and gentlemen, as Kaos begins to lose out in the slating department. And on the rotations, Project Above looks locked in and ready to take this W here. We'll see if they can, as Homicide holds, somehow getting these kills, dropped to just 12 HP, staying alive somehow, some way. As Kaos begin their rotations towards the P3, it's solid 2-piece for Ruizzi and Corona as they start their rotations. Project Above continuing to gain points, and they're up by close to 60 now. Kaos going to need a full point and then some to retake the lead somehow, some way. Again, they were close, ladies and gentlemen, on that P2. About, 117 to 117, if my memory serves me right. But Project Above has risen above Kaos and has created a significant amount of separation right here. Right now is Underworld, again, on another 4 streak for Project Above, looking for some more, just playing his head glitch perfectly. You want those baguettes, you want those muffins in the display booth, you can't have them. They are my muffins, Underworld says. The cafe is closed for now. All Project Above right now, ladies and gentlemen, as Kaos, again, they have the rotation onto this P4, but it is much more difficult to hold this P4 than it is a P2. As we continue here, it's 210 to 121, and Kaos unable to get onto the point. A solid 2-piece coming in from Project Above. AGF grabbing one and just holding in the corner, holding on for dear life as Ruizzi can't stay up for long. AGF gets pushed out and has to rotate back into their alleys. Corona trying to stay alive, and Kaos just floundering a bit here, ladies and gentlemen, as they try to stay alive. A solid 3-piece could provide them some breathing room, some much-needed breathing room. Ladies and gentlemen, Uper, are you back with us?
Yes, I am. Yeah, my
go.
son actually wanted to watch the podcast. I forgot he likes watching competitive Call of Duty. That's what he wanted. But yeah, no, right now I've been watching, so Project Above, they're trying to get that reverse sweep all squared away, and right now it is all in their favor. So definitely, if you're Kaos, you need a hold. You need to hold hard, and you need to hold strong. So that's what you got to do, because you want to finish this series. You know what I mean? You don't want this to go to a map 5, especially the way everything's not going your way. You kind of need to close it out.
I mean, we'll see if they can. It's not looking good. This Project Above squad seems completely different from the times that we've seen them. They awoke something after that control matchup and are just absolutely cooking with gas right now. 222 to 149 as Underworld and company just can't seem to be stopped. As I say that, AGF grabbing one, but they're down by close to 100 points as they're finally able to get onto this P5, but only momentarily. See if Project Above can break through, but they really don't need to. They just need to focus on their rotations, get to this P1, and put this one away. Just 21 seconds is all that's separating them from a Game 5.
Yeah, no, and like right now it is just crazy with Project Above, like what you said. It has just been, you know, something in that control just made them awaken in a way, and now they are just going absolute demon time to try to get this reverse sweep taken care of, and they're pretty close to it. I mean, obviously nobody's on the hill right. Oh wow, Ruizzi getting a triple with one of them being his own teammate, but you know it does happen on your bigger jobs. But right now, Project Above, they're just trying to hold on, trying to get in this hill, because all they need is 12 seconds. And then they got themselves a Game 5, whereas Kaos, the only way they're really going to be able to win this is if they play perfect hard point for at least the next couple of hills.
Yeah, it is not looking good if you are Chaos. They string together a solid amount of kills and are able to maintain control of this scrap as they try to rotate to P2. A nice turn and burn from Risk. Homicide was a little lax on that. Underworld able to grab the trade, but Ruizzi and Corona coming in. And we might have ourselves a matchup here, ladies and gentlemen, if they can maintain control, but it's Homicide with a 2-piece, and who else but Bickle to clean up. Unfortunate there. I thought Chaos had it, but Homicide and Bickle just, you know, throwing a wrench into the cogs of Chaos. 248, 249, HEF able to contest, but how long can they stay alive? Going for the drop shot. Corona with the TK, actually, and that is tough. 249, they need to just sit on objective for 1 second, and Homicide's gonna get there. Unfortunately, for Chaos, they could not contest in time, and that'll be the game. We're going to a Game 5 Search and Destroy on Karachi, ladies and gentlemen. So far, Karachi has been all Project Above, and they need one more game to finish the reverse sweep, as Underworld finishes 26 for 19. But I gotta give Bickle a round of applause. That was a solid performance as well. Just a great game for Project Above in general.
Oh yeah, I mean, Bickle had 15 non-traded kills, so I mean, he was, out of those 20, 15 of them were his own, so I mean, he was kind of putting in the work there and going absolutely off. But yeah, no, that's what they needed. The Project Above, they absolutely needed to get that second round, or that second map, and now we got ourselves a 2-2 and a potential reverse sweep if they're Project Above. But if you're Chaos, you just got to close out this series, because I mean, right now the gears are starting to come off, the cogs, you know, everything just kind of starting to go downhill, and when it rains it pours, and right now Chaos is understanding that concept very well right now, especially after that control. You know, they had a little bit of life in that round one, and all of a sudden it just went, you know, right up in their face. So it's not looking pretty right now.
No, not looking good at all. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break, get everything set up for this, what's sure to be an exciting Game 5 Search and Destroy. We'll see you real soon. Don't go anywhere.
right, everybody, we got ourselves a game 5. Oh wow, what just happened?
I think we joined.
Everything.
We joined either a little too late or the round was just that quick. Homicide starts with a 2-0. A really, really fast round 1 for Project Above as they come out of the gates.
Oh, we're shooting
so
bodies.
Winging. No love lost between these two squads, and we saw in that control, I believe it was Corona who left early. Towards the end of it, was just angry and upset, and Chaos